Hi there, I'm Lisa Doyle with J. Rockcliffe Realtors, and today we have a very special interview. I'm at Monte Vista High School here in Danville, and this is Janet Terranova, the principal at Monte Vista High School. And I know one of the questions that we get so often from families that are moving into our district is about our schools. You know, we have great reputation for fabulous schools, and a well-earned reputation for fabulous schools. And so thank you so much for joining me. Yeah. So what I wanted to do is I'll just jump right into an important question that I get all the time is parents that are moving into our area. We, of course, we have 4 high schools, all of which are fabulous in different, San Ramon, Danville, all very, very great schools. If they were trying to decide between, moving into different boundaries, what would you say would be something positive you could share about Monte Vista? Maybe what would cause them to want to come and check out the school and compare?
Oh, I need to say that I've been connected with all 4 of the comprehensive high schools, and they're all good.
Yes.
And so I think you're not going to find one outstanding in any particular area. Monte Vista has a number of advanced placement courses, which pulls some families more than others to this area. We have some great programs. We're trying to build some programs with school-to-work kinds of relationships. For example, this year we started a physics engineering class. It's called a PET class, and it's our students are in physics one period, and the very next period they're in engineering. Wow. So the hope is that instead of doing those kinds of lab exercises that you and I might have done, labs that you and I might have done in high school, they're really applying the laws of physics to actually some engineering, to building some things. So we're trying to build some programs like that.
That's wonderful. Yeah, the school there's so many great things about Monte Vista. So many wonderful extracurricular, the theater program, the music program. So much of the school is
great speech and debate program.
Speech and debate. Yeah, there's so much greatness about our entire district. And one of the things I wanted to ask, and you can share with me, are all of our schools participating in the solar?
All of the high schools, comprehensive high schools, are participating in the solar. It is a low-interest loan that we have that has funded this multi-million-dollar project. It's been a great opportunity for our students to learn. SunPower has provided internships for some of our students so that they could learn about it, and then they are going to go out to the community and to our booster groups and talk about the benefits of the solar energy. Wow. They are predicting 43% and actually guaranteeing that 43% of our electricity will be generated by these solar panels.
It's wonderful. And then all of us were wondering, all of a sudden we saw the construction in all the schools and a lot of families asking what
it should not cost the district any additional money other than what we normally pay for our utilities.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So we thought it may take a number of years to actually pay off the cost of it, but it sounds like
it's an immediate reduction of our utilities costs, so that turns into
counters it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, fabulous. Now you had mentioned when we first sat down about a new building that's going into Monte Vista. Explain what that is, and it sounds wonderful.
We have through the generosity of Dave Duffield, who owns Workday, he is funding a student center. And this student center will actually replace our library, but it'll be so much more. Right. And it will be on the lower level, will be kind of a louder space, student cafe, a real student center, some classrooms, some workrooms that students can work in. And then as they go upstairs, it becomes a library, and the library is larger than the one we currently have. And they'll have a stack area, computer area,
wow.
and a work area. And in addition to that, for the immediate, Mr. Duffield has funded 2 cows to about 60 computers that stay in the library, has some iPads, and some staff to help teachers learn how to really just integrate technology into the classroom. Not with, I'm going to make a lesson about technology, but rather technology is here and I'm just going to use it every day in my lessons.
Kids are so easy to embrace. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful to have them exposed to a much more high-tech environment.
So that's hopefully what we are providing now.
That they'd be prepared. And I know the numbers you can share with me, you know, a huge number of our kids in our district, Monte Vista and all the other schools, go on to college.
Absolutely.
Do you know the exact number of that right now?
It's probably about 97+% of our students go on to some kind of further education, whether it be a four-year college, a community college, and a lot of students now are going to community colleges. And if you even look at some of the courses that are offered at community colleges, they really lead to some great careers in themselves without having to move on.
Oh, and the kids can easily transfer from. We've had personal experience with our clients and family where they've gone to DVC, say, and then transferred.
And they have agreements. They have agreements that if you earn a certain GPA and take a certain amount of courses, you automatically are accepted.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, one of the things I know a lot of parents talk about Monte Vista, especially, I have to say. Given that the school is so geared towards success and what people might say academic success, a lot of pressure, you know, on the children to really perform. And as a parent, how can we help our kids to succeed in all walks of our high school, not just academics, but to handle the pressure a little bit better? What would you recommend?
Well, I think you have to define success a little differently. And yes, academics are important, but I think what we want is for a student to take the most rigorous program that they can take, because we want them to be as prepared and to have as many choices when they graduate from high school as possible. But that doesn't necessarily translate into 5 AP courses.
Right.
Success also has to be defined as how you've been able to build relationships with your peers, and more than just the social, but real collaborative relationships with your peers. Can you get along with them? Can you work with them? Can you build relationships with adults? I think it's extremely important for high school students to be involved in something. Extracurricular activities, we have, of course, sports, but we have music, band, speech and debate. We have over 70 clubs here for students to get involved in. So I think it's important for students to find something that interests them and to get involved in. And studies show us that the most successful students are those that are involved in extracurricular activities.
It just gives them, when they graduate from high school, they become more well-rounded people and not just a focus on one focus.
And you will hear that, you know, it's rigor, relevancy, and relationship. So that builds the student that is ready to make positive choices when they graduate. And we want them to do that. We don't want them to only have one path open to them.
Exactly. That's wonderful. Well, if you have more questions, of course, about the school, I know you have a website where there's some wonderful video that children have created, which is so wonderful.
Yes.
Share with them the website.
The website,
like where the consumers can go to get more about
just www.mvhigh.org is where you can get information. And if you go to new students or 9th graders, there's a great video on there that was put on by both our current 9th grade students and our current 10th grade students, just talking back and forth about what it's like to come to Monte Vista. And it's just
helps them prepare.
We've had over 600 hits to it.
Wow, how exciting. Well, that's wonderful. Well, if you have any more questions, of course, about the homes in this area or the schools, anything that I can do to help, my name again is Lisa Doyle. Call me direct, 925-890-7443. And thank you so much for sharing.
You're most welcome. Happy to.
Yeah.